Man, it's great to see you. So it's been a while since we've actually seen each other. So before we kind of get off into that, let me do, so we're kind of waiting on some people to come in here and waiting on some people to join us. I know it's been a while since we've seen each other. And brother, I'm telling you, I miss you, man. I miss our great conversations. I miss going over to your office and, you know, and kind of picking your brain on some stuff. And it was absolutely amazing to be able to work with you and everything. And I greatly miss it. I really do, man. You are one of the most mindful and mind stretching people I have ever met. I'm telling you, I loved our conversations. Every time I left your office, dude, I had a headache. You made me think, and I was like, oh my goodness. So for that, I thank you.
Yeah, hey, the feeling is mutual, because you know personally firsthand that when you're in that type of army structured environment, it's one way of thinking. So even to meet somebody who sees beyond the 20-year time period, realizing that, you know what, I might, God willing, live till 80, 90. I got about a good 40, 50 years left on this earth. And I don't want to spend it being confined to one way of thinking or one way of being. So just meeting somebody who was like, wow, you know what, this isn't going to last forever. And I want to live my life, and more importantly, live my life intentionally.
Yes.
It gave me hope. You know what I'm saying? So because I was able to say, you know what, I'm not alone. I have somebody who has a like-minded business entrepreneurial mindset like I have.
Yep.
And I know that if he can do it, I can do it. You know, you was miles ahead of me when we started, like miles ahead of me, you know?
Yeah. Man,
like
I love you, brother. I love you 100%. And it's great to see your growth over the years, because we've known each other for a while now. I lost track, man. I want to say we've known each other for at least 5 years. At least.
Yeah, it's about 5 years now. Yeah, about 5 years.
And I love you to death, man. I'm telling you, you've stretched my mind and made me think about things differently. And every time I had a problem that I needed solved, I knew exactly who I could go to. I could go to Dominic, and it was like, man, if I really am trying to wrap my head around something, I want to learn something, I want to discover something, you were the man that I went to. I went straight to your office, and we had about an hour, 2-hour long conversation.
Yeah, making everybody mad.
It made everybody mad too. And when I left that office, I had a headache. I was sweating. My teeth were sweating by the time I left your office sometimes. And I absolutely loved it, man. And once again, I could never thank you enough. And I've truly enjoyed watching your growth over the years. And I know that your business is booming, your business is going and everything. And I'm grateful to see that. And we'll get into some of that within our discussion here tonight. But let me kind of reset the room and get set here. So tonight I have Dominic, the weight loss coach, and he's teaching you the zero cardio and no diet way to permanent weight loss. And if you want to get connected with him, you can sign up for a free call at getliftedcoaching.com. That's it. I'm telling you, if you want to grow, you want to learn, you want to develop the knowledge and the skills to lose weight and to get fit and expand your mind, get connected with Dominic over at getliftedcoaching.com. I'm telling you, brother, I love you 100%, and I hope that everybody gets connected. And let's have fun tonight, man. Let's talk.
Let's go.
So, tell me a little bit about your weight loss story and what got you involved, and tell me a little bit about your story. I'm curious, man.
All right. So obviously, well, not obviously, but I joined the Army at 18. And like a lot of people, you think, obviously, you think when you join the Army, you're going to come out looking like G.I. Joe. But in all honesty, what happened was the exact opposite. I'm 6'5", so I joined the Army about 180. Yeah, I left basic training about 170, right?
Yeah. So see, I weigh 195, so I can relate. You're a little bit bigger than me.
Yeah, I'm 260 now. I'm 260 now, right? So what happened was I'm dating myself a little bit. This is 15 years ago, so there was no YouTube, there was no Instagram back then. All we had was the muscle and fitness magazines, the Muscle Tech, all of that, right? That's it. Anything that had Arnold on it, I would go buy it. And, you'll run into people in the gym who were in shape. You'll ask them, how do I do this? And people say, oh, do protein, do cardio, lift weights. You would always get a different answer. Mm-hmm. So after a lot of frustration, I said, let me just, instead of trying to go to the source, let me become the source. When got my first certification, and I learned nothing. Really, I learned nothing. And this is why you see a lot of people who are on Instagram and are quote unquote fitness trainers that don't know nothing about fitness.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back again, and now I have, 9 certifications in personal training, health and fitness
And
in
that is
general.
amazing. Congratulations on all your certifications, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. It was rough, and I never want to do it again. I never want to do it again. But yeah, I created I discovered a love for fitness and a love for just helping people get to their goals. So what you find in a lot of people is that when they're not happy about how they look, it affects their entire being. It affects their entire mind. It's not so much about helping people lose weight, but it's helping them define and discover who they truly are. Because we all have a vision of ourselves up here, but a lot of times our lives, our careers, our relationships, our bodies don't mirror that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like we run into the imposter syndrome. We know what we want, but we don't see it in the physical.
Mm-hmm.
So when I work with people, I help them bring all of that out. I help them bring what they see inside into the physical.
And that's a
a
great
beautiful
point.
feeling.
I just want to caveat on that right there, because you know as well as I do, and we've had this discussion before, everything begins right there within your mind.
Right between the
Everything begins
ears.
right there. And what you believe on the inside, you can put that external, whether you're in the gym, whether you're dieting, exercising, whatever, talking to somebody, whatever the case may be. It starts right there, and then everything you do external is an expression of what starts right there. I love it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's powerful. It's powerful. What happens is I don't care if you're 40, 50, 60, or 70, we all have dreams, we all have goals. But somewhere along the line, within that goal is something else within you saying, yeah, be realistic. You know what I'm saying? And if you have more things telling you to be realistic, that goal, that dream just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And
Yeah.
now you're living somebody else's life, somebody else's expectations versus your own.
I agree 100%. It's like within one of my books how I talked about being your own worst enemy. And I think we might have had that conversation in the past about being your own worst enemy. A lot of times we are our own worst enemy. We are our own roadblock. We limit ourselves by the things that we say to ourselves. And when you say those types of negative things to yourself and you start to believe it, you start taking action on those things that you tell yourself. So you know what? I've seen a lot of people that are just filled with confidence. And there's a difference between confidence and cockiness. And I strongly believe that, you can have all the confidence in the world, but you still have to have that strong mindset and take action on that. Man, I wanted to caveat on that. Sorry about that.
No. You're 100% right. We can talk ourselves in and out of depression.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. It's not what happens to you, but it's how you visualize it. In the order to get to the higher realms, higher echelons of life, you have to always be on the side of, you know what, the glass is half full.
Yeah.
But most of us have a very pessimistic mentality because it's easier to believe that you can't do something versus believing that you can. So I'll put it to you like this.
Now, you was about ready to go to a quote, and I know what you're going to say, whether you believe you can or you can't. You're right.
You're right. Henry Ford, you're right. You're right. The thing is that, and I do, now that I'm a little older, I'm very, very slow to even tell people to go after their goals and their dreams, because what happens is whenever you open somebody's mind up to the possibilities of their true potential, they're now held accountable.
Yes.
And once you're held accountable for something, once you know you can do it, now it's pressure. And people don't like pressure.
Yes.
People don't like pressure. I was just talking to, I think she just logged on right now. I was just telling her that it's not that people can't become millionaires, it's that they don't believe they can. They don't try. It's easier not to try than to try and fail. People think that living with failure is bad, but it's not. living with regrets.
I love failing, brother. I fail every single day. I fail all the time. Matter of fact, I failed on something today, as a matter of fact, and I love it because failure is feedback. I get feedback. You know as well as I do that when you take action on something, whether you succeed or whether you fail, you still have to take inventory. And in the military, we call that an after action review. So when you conduct an after action review, you can fully understand, okay, what was I supposed to do? What did I do? What went right? What went wrong? Okay, and then from there, you can modify, tweak, or change by clearly identifying what went right, what went wrong, what needs improvement, what can I change, what can I modify, what can I tweak, and more importantly, and this is the important part, continue to take action. Most people quit when they fail. Most people quit when they hit a roadblock. But you know what? You have to be stronger than that because you have in you exactly what it takes to achieve anything that you want, but it's all right there. And if you believe you can, you will. And when you believe that you must, you will take action.
It has to be. That's the key word. It must. It has to be a must. You know, like one of my favorite movies is John Q. Right? Mm-hmm. John Q. When you're put in that situation to where it's life or death, you'll make it happen.
Absolutely.
You will find a way. But most people ain't willing to go that far.
I was literally just watching that today, Anthony Trucks. so no, I was watching not John Q, but I was watching Anthony Trucks, ex-NFL football player, Anthony Trucks. So I got to talk with him yesterday on a Zoom call, and it was amazing. If you've never watched Anthony Trucks' story about I'm Dying, it is an absolutely amazing story because you know what? Think about it this. If you can envision you're dying, and it's true, from the day that we were born, we started dying.
Yeah, they still are.
And we still are. And if you put that within your mindset, like today could be my last day, this could be my last breath, because nothing in this life is guaranteed. And the moment that you have that mindset of, oh, I can do that tomorrow, oh, I'll do that next week, you're not guaranteed that. You need to take action now, right now, to fulfill your dream, your destiny, your legacy, whatever that may be. But it starts with you, your mind, and appropriate action.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny you say that because one of the things I tell people is a lot of people don't move and don't act because of the opinions of others, right?
Yes.
But this is going to sound a little morbid. It's going to sound a little dark, but it's the truth, okay? God forbid you die right now. God forbid you die. Your kids will be sad. Your wife will be sad. I'll be sad, right? You know what's going to happen in about 2 or 3 months?
They're going to continue on like he was never there.
People are going to move on. Mm-hmm. So once I got that in my mind, that if people really don't care about my death, why do I care about what they think about how I'm living my life? Mm. And once, for me personally, it took. I was on the road. The jacket came off. I didn't care. I was doing videos sometimes 4 times a day. I don't do that no more. But in the beginning, you see me dancing, laughing, joking, singing. It didn't matter. Some people laughed. Some people thought I was crazy. But when I tell you I would laugh myself to 6 figures and I'm laughing myself to 7 figures, yep. I don't care about what people think. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? It takes the same effort to reach 7 figures as it does 6.
It does.
It really does. There's really not much difference between the two, okay, to reach that 6 and 7 figure. All right, so I'm at 6 pushing towards 7, all right, and I'm at that point to where, there's really not much effort. And the moment that I was able to make that first 100,000, I was like, okay, now I made it a competition. Can I make 200,000? Now, once I reach 200,000, it's like,
man, it's open.
It's like I'm ready to go. I know I can do this. And I see that it's just repetitive in nature to be able to do those simple things. Because you know what? There's nothing in this life that is hard. There's really nothing in this life that is easy. But you know what? It is simple.
It is. It is, but you don't think we overcomplicate things. We
Yes.
overcomplicate things. And because like I used to ask myself a question all the time. Like, I've only seen a Lamborghini 3 times in my life,
Mhm.
but we know they're out there. So my
Yeah.
mind is always, what are they doing differently? Why am I driving a Jeep Cherokee and not a Lamborghini? What is going on?
I'm
You
a
know?
truck man, so I got my truck. I'm good.
Yeah. Just mentally, you know what I mean? Because it's
Mhm.
and that bothered me. That bothered it still bothers me to this day because there is a top 1%, but we all started the same, right?
Uh-huh.
Not everybody is a generational millionaire. Not everybody is a second generation millionaire. A lot of people are self-made, and we all have what? 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 nose, and once I literally realized that you know what, Terry, he's a little bit lighter than me. You know, I got a little bit more hair than he does, but we're not that different.
Not at all.
And if he can do it, God damn it, I can do it. You know? Matter of
Absolutely.
fact, hold on. So
100%.
hold on. Okay. So Terry done made 6 figures this year, pushing 200. What did he do? Okay, let me see. He done read Traffic Secrets, Traffic Experts. You know what? Let me go get that. And I have that. Like don't be intimidated and be upset with other people doing. Be inspired.
Absolutely.
Success leaves clues.
Tony Robbins, great quote.
Come on, man.
I love it. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. So
One of the best books I ever read. This is
that
one
is
of
an
the first
amazing book.
ones.
I'm telling you, if you really would see, here's the thing. I strongly believe, and you're just as well as I do, because I know that you serve others with your knowledge and your wisdom and your experience. It's like this book right there, Built to Serve. We are all built to serve in some capacity, and the thing is that you're serving whether you believe it or not. Every single day, through your actions, you are motivating, you are inspiring others to take action through your example. All right. And once you find your purpose, you're able to find your passion and you will serve others. I'm telling you, we are all built to serve. Man,
Yeah, we
I've
are. Well,
definitely
no
enjoyed
matter
listening
if
to
you're
you.
if you're working at McDonald's, if you're working at a hair salon, if you're working as a Walmart greeter, you cannot survive in life without serving.
Mhm.
So since our life is predicated on give and take, quid pro quo, why won't you find something that serves you as well?
Mhm.
Not something that serves your bank account, but something that serves you. And
Mm.
most of us never do it. We
Yeah.
spend our whole lives giving. Like the concept, I don't want to piss nobody off, but the concept of working 5 days a week to enjoy Saturday and rest on Sunday and then do it again, it never made sense to me.
Me neither. Every day is Monday for me. If you look at my social media and everybody that's watching here, by the way, so I want to kind of take a quick pause here. So while everybody here, just to kind of reset the room. So if you're joining us here tonight, I'm talking with Dominic, the weight loss coach. Make sure that you tap on my name up above there, and it'll drop down to where you can follow me and you can follow Dom as well too. So make sure that you tap on that and follow me and follow Dom if you want more knowledge, more experience, more wisdom, more motivation, more purpose, more direction, and everything. I guarantee you that both of us can help you out in one way or another. So
So
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so just literally working 5 days a week. Like the concept of hump day pisses me off.
Mm,
Like I don't want to be excited for Wednesday for the week to end.
yeah.
People literally will work 7 months out of the year to go on vacation for a month.
Mm,
And at the end of that vacation, just like on Sunday you're not really in. You're enjoying about half of Sunday because you get to sleep in, and then the rest of it you're dreading. If you wake up on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, Mother's Day, if you wake up on Sunday and you're not excited about going to work, you're doing the wrong thing.
yeah. You don't enjoy what you're doing, and the thing is that it's a lot easier to find things that you enjoy doing and take action and be successful at it. So here's the thing. I love Mondays because you know what? Every day is Monday for me. That's the reason why I love Monday, because it's the best day of the week, because it's the only day of the week. And when you have that mindset, that every day is Monday. Every day is an opportunity. Remember, when you go out there, you have an opportunity. There's definitely no lack of opportunity out there. There's a definitive lack of action, people taking action, but there's definitely no lack of opportunity out there. But you have to get real crystal clear on what it is that you want to achieve. Write down that thing that you want to achieve, and every single day take action towards achieving that thing.
Yeah, you're right. And that's a lot of people, they're scared to do it. They're scared to do it. And I get it. I get it. But you have to ask yourself a question. Is this what you want? Is this what you envision? Is this what you want to do for the rest of your life? Because if it's not, you got to do something different. Mm-hmm. I left my 9 to 5 and went to my 6 to 12. And I did that for I didn't coin that phrase. So shout out to my homegirl Gloria. She said that to me. So I don't want to take credit for all of these, right? But something else I read, and you'll understand as an entrepreneur, is that entrepreneurs are the only people in the world who will work 80 hours a week so they don't have to work 40.
Exactly. I'm telling you, I've put in more than 80 hours in a week. You know, when I get onto something, I don't want to quit because I'm in the mood, I'm in the moment. And time just stops for me. And I just literally just continue to take action until I achieve that thing. You know, my wife and my kids are upstairs sleeping and everything, and I'm still down here in my office working on stuff. Because
yeah, I'm in my basement right now.
Yeah, well, my entire basement is my office. So I got my office, my entertainment room, my work, my gym. I could literally walk out the door right here in front of me and go to my gym right there. And you know, I got a Peloton bike. I got my treadmill, my benches, my weights. I got a home gym. I don't really have to go anywhere to work out. I can do that. I got everything. I got a trampoline right over there. I can go up there and jump up and down if I wanted to. The thing is that, yeah, and I don't want to transition into a conversation about working out just yet, but there is opportunity every day to work out, to do those types of things. Okay. But it starts right there. You got to want to. It's got to be a must for you. If you don't want it, you know what I'm saying, and you're not going to take action, guess what? You don't want it bad enough. It's not for you.
It's the truth. It would be days where I would cry on the way to work. Would cry. Not because my job was hard. You know, the job wasn't hard. The job wasn't hard, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
It was, I'm like, is this really my life? I have to ask to leave. Mm-hmm. I have to ask to take a week off, and somebody can tell me no. Life.
Yeah.
That's really not life. And it would depress me because, you know, like I know the Army, it will trap you.
Yes.
So many benefits, you know, from dental to healthcare. Like in the Army, if I got hurt and I couldn't go to work, I got paid that entire time. There's not a lot of places that can do that, right?
Right.
And so it will trap you there. So I just felt stuck. And I think most people are like that. They feel stuck. Everybody wants to do, not everybody, but most people want to do something outside of what their current profession is. It's just a fact. But not a lot of people have the balls to take that chance. And if you don't take that, like what I was trying to say this earlier, failure is not the worst thing. Regret is.
Yes.
It's regret. I talk to people all the time in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and all of them say the same thing. I regret not getting in shape in my 20s. I regret not getting in shape in my 30s. I regret not taking that chance. But the thing is, you can make one simple choice today. And it's not going to come quick. It's not. It's going to take a long ass time. But guess what? That time's going to pass regardless. So you might as well spend that time going after what you want instead of selling for what it's been given to you. It's really that simple.
The thing is that people work so hard on helping other people achieve their dreams that they forget that their dreams are still possible. And I find that disheartening because, like I said, there's lots of opportunity that's out there. There's definitely no lack of opportunity. You know, a lot of people want to bitch and complain and moan and groan about all this. Well, I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have resources. I don't have this and I don't have that. Bullshit. You know what? This shirt that I'm wearing right here, hashtag quit bitching.
You still got it?
I got it. So my good
See,
friend,
I get in trouble for stuff like that. I can't say that stuff.
my good buddy over at Quit Bitchin' Coalition at quitbitchin.com, quitbitchincoalition.com. All right, I'm gonna have an IG live stream with him here pretty soon. He's gonna share his story. Absolutely amazing man, amazing family, and he has built a legacy. He has built a lifestyle around the concept of quit bitching. So I'm telling you, if you ever are struggling and you need some motivation in your life, you need to get over and get some quit bitching in your life. Because when you get connected, I'm telling you, you get connected over there to quit bitching, it's a different mindset. It's a different lifestyle because it's easy to complain. It's easy to bitch about stuff. It's easy. You know what? It's also easy to take action and do the right thing as well, too. It's much easier. Like you said, it's a much easier to achieve success than it is to live with regret.
It is. It is. Like this is hard still. Like I don't want everybody watching. It's not, being an entrepreneur is not easy. Like it doesn't get easier. It's actually 10 times harder than anything I ever did. 10 times harder. Like, yeah, it's hard, but it's a different type of, so the point is I want to make is that you're never going to be void of pressure. Mm-hmm. You're never, but it's a different type of pressure when you put it on yourself.
Yes.
The goal should be to set your expectations very high, because nobody gets out of bed for low expectations. Mm-hmm. It's hard to get out of bed for $20 an hour.
Yeah.
It's hard to get out of bed for $30 an hour. Shit, for me, it's hard to get out of bed for $50 an hour. I need to know. I don't want to get paid out. I don't want to get paid for the time that I commit to you. I want to get paid for the service that I provide for you. It's a difference.
There is. There's a huge difference.
I don't want to get to the gym just yet, but I have a lot of them. But I'm serious, man. If you make yourself valuable, the world will pay you whatever you ask.
100%, absolutely. And the thing is that, you know, people are willing to pay you for you. People connect with people. And I think that's what makes it magical right there, is that there's lots of stuff that's out there. Believe me, I've seen a lot of shady entrepreneurs that are out there trying to say, hit me up on my DM. I've got the latest freaking Bitcoin news and crypto and all this other garbage that it drives me nuts. I'm like, dude, you can't even be the face of your own business. Why do I want to hit you up in your DM? I just literally created a YouTube video about that today on how to grow on Instagram. And that was one of the strategies that I was talking about, was all this automated crap that's out there, that entrepreneurs are out there screwing up the freaking business because they're conducting shady tactics and shady techniques and this, that, and the other. And
same pyramid schemes as always existed.
Exactly. And I get that. I mean, I've done a lot of those types of things. I mean, I did Amway years ago. I understand the whole thing of multi-level marketing, but I participated in a lot of that stuff, once again, to gain the knowledge and the experience. That way I can kind of touch on that if I needed to. And I literally discovered that it's a lot easier to formulate your own path with your own products, your own services, the business of you. Okay, it's like Chris Ducker says. Chris Ducker talks about, he's the author of Youpreneur, and he talks about the business of you. Be the business of you. What is it about you that makes you unique? What is it that you offer? What is it that you bring to the table that can motivate, inspire, give other people purpose, motivation, and direction? And I'm going to tell you what that is. It's you. It's your experience. Because the one thing that nobody can take away from you is your experience.
Yeah.
And when you share that,
it's true.
Inspire others.
It's true. It's when I started my business, I tried to take an emotional route with it. You know, I tried to be really emotional, but I'm not an emotional person. Mm-hmm. Like you said, quit bitching. I live by that motto because nobody cares. Mm-hmm. Nobody cares that you're overweight. Nobody cares that your parents taught you bad eating habits. Nobody cares that you can't find clothes. Mm-hmm. It's a hard truth, but it's the truth. And once I started saying that, I started resonating with people. Now, some people hate that message. Some people want to be coddled. I'm not a coddler because the world ain't going to coddle you. Mm-hmm. They're not. So what I always ask people is, I understand your problem. I got it. Your parents sucked. I got it. Your boyfriend broke up with you. I got it. You're not happy. Got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. What are you going to do about it?
Yes. Action is more important than anything that you can say, because you know what? Action speaks louder than words. It's such a simple quote, but it's true. And the thing is that you have to take action. Like you said right there, you can bitch, moan, groan, complain about it all that you want, but action, that is what solves problems. Complaining just compounds the problem. It really does nothing to solve the problem. You still must solve that problem and take action and everything. Brother, I love your mindset, man. Like I said, iron sharpens iron, and we've always talked about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. We've been doing this for 5 years now.
About 5 years we've been talking about how iron sharpens iron. I'm telling you, man, we are well chiseled within our knowledge and our experience, and I thank you for that. All right, so let's kind of shift off into some weight training stuff, some diet, some nutrition type stuff. And man, I'm telling you, so let me kind of share my story here just a little bit here. And I remember a few years ago where I was struggling. I was really overweight. Okay, I weighed probably about 210, 220 pounds at the time. And I was like, man, this really sucks. I've got to drop this weight because I'm hurting in the morning. I can't walk. I can't, everything really hurt. So what I did is I went on this 6 month, just, you know what, I'm going to go all in. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this now, and I'm going to go 100% all in on this, because a lot of people commit, they kind of half-ass commit, and they don't really go all in, and they try a little thing out. Oh, that didn't work. I give up. I quit. But you know what? When I made a decision, that's exactly what I did. I made the decision. I made the commitment that I was going to do this. And I went out there, and I started off at about 210, 220. And I worked for 6 months. You know what my diet was and my exercise was for 6 months? I drank water. I drank water, and I ate a chicken breast, a protein bar, and a protein shake. That was it for 6 months. I literally limited my entire diet to that right there. And then I worked out in the gym for like 2 hours like an animal, lifted everything that I could freaking lift. I'm over here in the side doing sit-ups with 50-pound weights on my chest, just rocking back and forth. People looking at me like I'm freaking nuts. But you know what? I had my headphones on, so I was jamming out. Yeah. I was a madman for about 6 months in the gym. I went down to 160 pounds from that in 6 months. And it was absolutely amazing. I felt great. I could go out there and run 2 miles like I could never run before. And you know what happened? After that, after I had come back home, so I was in Kuwait at the time, I got back home, and that's when it all kicked back in. I went back to old habits, old methods, being around old friends, old family, and I put every single bit of that weight right back on because that mindset got weak. I didn't want it bad enough, and I fell back into bad habits. And then injury after injury after injury. By the time I met you, I was at the end of my career.
Yeah. You was hobbling. You was hobbling.
I was ready to retire. I was 100% absolutely done. Now I'm 100% disabled, permanent and total. So there's really not a whole lot that I can do. But you know what? Even with all of my injuries, after all that I've been through, serving in the military for 24 years, and I'm 50 years old. I'm about ready to be 50 years old. I can still do it. I can still work out. I can still ride my bike. I can still do what it is that I can do, and I can still stay fit. I can still stay energetic. I can jump up and down. I mean, you remember me. When you saw me 5 years ago, I could barely hobble down the hall.
Yeah.
Now I'm jumping up and down. I'm working out and doing different things. I got a lot more energy now than I did 5 years ago. Okay, because I found out what I could do instead of bitching and complaining and moaning and groaning about all the things that I couldn't do at the time. Because at the time I was struggling, and you remember that.
Yeah.
I was struggling 100% every single day. I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I was making excuses. I can't go running. I can't do sit-ups. I can't do push-ups. I don't want to be here. And I hated it. I hated life until I retired from the military. And then I was in charge of what I could do, because in the military it was different. I had to do what, what we had to do,
What you're
what we were
told.
told, and
You
this,
gotta do
that, and
what
the
you're
other.
told.
And when I retired and I took charge, I took ownership in what I could do. Everything changed from that point for me. And that's what it is. And that's the reason why we talk about mindset, because it's in the mindset. You control what you can do. You do what you can do. So now that you kind of heard a little bit about my story and everything, and I know you know part of that story from 5 years ago, but now that I shared a little bit more of that with you, what are your thoughts on that?
It's basically what has become the topic of this conversation is the mind. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
You will only move when you believe it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But that's literally what faith is. If you know it's going to work, you don't need faith, you don't need hope.
Right.
Nobody wants to do something unless they know it works. And sadly, we're such visual creatures. We'll see the before and afters. We'll see the look how much weight I lost drinking this, and look how much weight I lost doing this. But not realizing what really went into that.
Yep.
And because people become confident within these products, when they don't work, the confidence goes away.
Mm.
So what you had to do was not get confident in a program, in a diet, in the water. You had to get confident within yourself.
Right there.
Because you're never going anywhere. So once you're your own motivation, once you realize that it's not about how long the diet works or how long the training works, but as long as I work, I'm going to get to my goal.
Love it. 100%.
It's really that simple.
So tell me a little bit about something. So how exactly do you exercise? So I know for me, I remember I went through an extreme program. I definitely wouldn't recommend what I did to anybody for 6 straight months. I'm telling you, it was brutal drinking all that water and just having a chicken breast and, and a protein bar and shaking everything for 6 straight months. That was brutal. I definitely wouldn't recommend that to anybody. So what is your recommend? So I know you talk about the zero cardio and no diet method. Explain a little bit to that.
Okay, so it's really simple. Diets don't work because diets aren't real. All right. In life, we never had cheat meals. Growing up, your mother said, "Hey, Terry, today is our cheat day." That wasn't a thing. So the problem is that we have taken all the tropes from bodybuilding and ignored the actual bodybuilding. Meal plans is a bodybuilding method. Cheat meals are bodybuilding. The carb cycle is all bodybuilding. That's not real life. Bodybuilders don't even have meal preps year round. They do it to get ready for a show, and that's it. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to we're cherry picking information basically and trying to apply it to real life, and it's not. What is real life is that building up your body will keep you alive longer. What I've been telling a lot of my clients lately is that you will only be as strong as you need to be. And most of us live very, very sedentary lives. Even as a personal trainer, my life is still very sedentary. Mm-hmm. I'm on the phone literally 8 hours a day, talking to 40 clients around the world. Then I'll go to the gym for 2 hours, and I'm back here at home in my basement. I call it the back cave, doing work again. So, and this is what most of us live like this. We sit down all the time. So as you sit year after year after year, if you don't use your muscles, you will lose them. When you lose your muscles, muscle is literally fat burning tissue. If you have muscle on your body, you're going to burn you're going to burn calories all throughout the day. But if you spend 20 years losing muscle, guess what? You're spending 20 years not being able to burn calories. So it's not that people overeat and gain weight, it's that their metabolism is so slow, the little food that they eat gets converted as fat just like that. So you don't need cardio. You need to increase your body's ability to burn calories. We're never going in the opposite direction. When me and you were coming up, when we were younger, when we had to sweep the floor, we had to actually sweep the floor. There wasn't a vacuum. There wasn't a button you can press where the robot cleans the whole vacuum. When me and you were growing up, we had to hang clothes we had to hang clothes up. You might have actually had, you're older than me, so you might have actually had to physically wash clothes.
I have. Even during deployments, I washed my own clothes, put a clothesline outside in between shoes and hang them out and let them dry. They're going to get dirty anyway. And then, whatever. I've definitely been there.
Yeah. So, and this is why 50 years ago, we didn't have an obesity crisis, because we wasn't all playing sports and going to the gym. No, we wasn't doing none of that, but we had active lives.
Yeah.
Nowadays, and in the future, it's only going to get worse. Kids don't play outside, they play video games. We don't drive to the movies to drive through, none of that no more. We don't even go to McDonald's no more. We order DoorDash. So, we're only going to get more sedentary. That is the human race natural progression, to make us more comfortable. And sadly, by making us more comfortable, you're also making us more lazy. I can't spell. I don't even want to admit this on the live, but it's true. I can't spell for shit because I have spell check. Open up a dictionary. You know what I mean? Like we're only going to get worse.
No, I do. I can 100% relate to what you're saying right there, because I'm telling you, complacency kills. It really does. And, a lot of these devices, a lot of these things, a lot of this marketing and advertising that goes into things, they're playing on our psyche and getting us to become more lazy, more sedentary, more active on those devices, on those things. I tell you, I got a time where I put my stuff away. I have to. I have time where I have to go do certain things, and I have to schedule, because remember, what gets scheduled gets done, and you have to be able to schedule a little bit of you time, whether it's fitness, whether it's reading, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's, watching something motivational, whether it's learning, whatever the case may be. You have to take an intentional effort in order to do those things.
30 minutes is all you need a day. 30 minutes. 30 minutes of resistance training. Resistance training is the no cardio way, because if you resistance train, you give your body a reason to build muscle. If you build muscle, you will build your metabolism. Build your metabolism, you burn more calories naturally. Yeah. And not have to worry. Because listen, how you lose weight is how you're going to maintain it. And if you can't maintain a diet, if you can't maintain strenuous cardio, then you're not going to maintain the weight that you lost. It's really that simple. 15 minutes a day, 30 on the back end. At the very most, it's all you need. It's all you need. And we all have 30 minutes. The 30 minutes y'all been watching us, y'all could have done worked out for the day already. But keep watching though.
Keep watching, that's it. It was kind of funny. So I was on a Zoom call at this virtual summit over the last couple of days. And today was the last day. And I'm over here and I'm just bouncing up and down like this pretty much the entire day. And then somebody finally reached out and asked me, was like, man, how come you have so much energy? I was like, I'm freaking excited. That's why. I was like, this is some great stuff. I was like, and I see a bunch of people sitting back in their chair and they're like, oh God, oh. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, man, I'm freaking like shaking back. And I'm like, I literally got one of the speaker's attention. Like I said, Anthony Trucks. He goes, Terry, I see you bouncing. I see you jumping. So to get called out directly by Anthony Trucks like that during his live Zoom call was amazing. So I followed back up with him on social media. I was like, hey, and once again, he even confirmed, it's like, I've seen you jumping. I got you, brother. Saying kind of a thing. So to be able to interact and engage with Anthony Trucks like that directly, sometimes you have to have that energy, because remember, you have to have energy. You really do. When you exude that energy, you give others that energy. Other people get excited. They want to be around you. Okay? And it really doesn't take that much to exude that energy. Once you get it going, you can't stop it. It's infectious.
The key is finding something to be excited about.
Yes.
Most people aren't excited about their lives. Most people aren't excited about going to work. Most people aren't excited about going to the gym.
I'll
I
share a
make
quick
as
story
much,
with you.
the only way I make money is by working. So I don't
Yes.
need motivation to do. The
Because
only
you've
way I
trained
stay in
yourself for
shape,
that.
the only way I stay in shape is by going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need motivation to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot live off motivation. It'll never work.
It's natural at that point because you've trained for that. You've deeply ingrained that within your life. And you know, I'll share a quick story with you. So, Olympic athletes, think about it like this. World-class Olympic athletes, they are on a world stage. Olympic athletes, they are performing in front of millions of people. And they got all eyes on there. So it was really interesting that you got world-class Olympic athletes about ready to go and do their thing. And some jackwagon freaking reporter comes up there and he asks these world-class Olympic athletes, like, you are about ready to go out on the world stage. Aren't you nervous? Well, no, I'm not nervous. I'm excited. There's a difference between nervous and excited, even though the body's reaction to the two are exactly
It's
the
about
same.
similar. It's about similar.
And they're about similar. So, you know what I'm saying? Your heart is racing, you're sweating, you're anxious, you're ready to go. So, once again, it's the same feeling, but it's all right there within your mindset and how you shape it and how you shift it. What is considered one thing, nervous, is excitement to another. But it starts right there. And it also starts with what you just referenced, training. We've been training our whole lives for this, Dominic. And we're ready. We're primed. We're 100% ready to take action every single day. So when people see us doing our thing, they're like, man, how do you do that? Well, gosh, I've been doing it for 20, 30 freaking years. It's natural to me.
That, and I don't have a choice.
Exactly.
I don't have a choice. Like, there's no option to get a job for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's no option to get fat for me. There's not. Leave yourself with no options.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally what I did. There's nothing in life I would rather do. There's nothing better. There's nothing in life I'm going to do. Just not going to do it. And when you have that mentality, it propels you to give everything that you got. There's no turning back.
Mm-hmm.
There's no turning back. I was watching an interview with Dave Chappelle. He said the same thing. He said, if I don't make it, I just don't make it. Yeah. But I have to try. And look at him now. And most people who get to those levels in life, there was no turning back. There was no coming back home. You have to throw away. You have to burn the goddamn boats.
Yep. Tony
burn
Robbins,
the boats.
Once again, Tony Robbins talked about that where you know what I'm saying, you got to burn the boat. Amazing. I love that story. You know what I'm saying? It's the quickest way to own an island is to burn the boat.
Burn the boats.
I love it, man. So I know we talked about mindset tonight. We talked about a little bit of diet, nutrition, and everything. So, you know, let's talk about flexibility. So that's something that I struggle with immensely because, you know, keep in mind, I still have injuries. I still have things that I just physically cannot do. No matter how much I try to bounce around, and change my mindset, I still do have some physical limitations, and flexibility is one of those. What would be your biggest recommendation for flexibility?
Use your body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make this so simple. Use your body. A lot of times we think that we're not flexible because of injuries. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with your same way I said your body will only be as strong as it has to be. Your flexibility will only be as good as it needs to be. So every chance you get when you're doing a squat, don't just squat down to your half squat. Squat all the way down to the ground, ass to the ground, right? When you're walking, walk with full stride. When you're sitting in a chair, don't just slouch, sit up straight. You have to tell. I don't want to start ranting. I don't want to start ranting on here, but you have to tell your body what you need. If you need to be flexible, your body will be flexible. You don't have to go to yoga. You don't have to go to Pilates. You just have to use your body fully. Get up and go walk. Put up your own, stop paying somebody to take your groceries out of your car for you. Seriously, this is how the body breaks down over time because we stop using it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason that there's people who can't get up out the chair, but you have 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds deadlifting thousands of pounds because they just kept using their bodies. There's women who are 300 pounds who are more flexible than me and you because they have a reason to be.
Uh-huh.
If you want to be rich, give yourself a reason to be rich, and it'll happen.
I'm telling you, that's what it's all about.
Look, I spent 3 years overcomplicating this shit. But it's really simple. Just do the work. Just do it. Like Nike said, the greatest, I would debate with you that Nike has the greatest campaign slogan of all time. Just do it.
Just do it. That's it. Just do it. So no matter, you know, and this is something I always told everybody, no matter where you are, there you are. But a lot of people are not really within the present. They're thinking about the past, thinking about the future, but never really in the present, in the now. Do it now. So one of my good mentors is David Meltzer. So if you're ever familiar with David Meltzer, if you know David Meltzer, great man. He's tied into the sports community, knows a lot of, you know, superstar athletes and this, that, and the other. And I was just on a call with him on Clubhouse today.
Like the wrestling Dave Meltzer?
David Meltzer. So he was in the baseball. So he was baseball.
Okay. I'm about to say, I know Dave Meltzer covers professional wrestling a lot too.
No, David.
Okay.
Yeah, David Meltzer. So think about it this way: the movie that oh my goodness, what movie was? I can't think of the name of the movie. That I think it was Tom Cruise, where he was Moneyball or something like that. I think it was.
No, Brad Pitt was Moneyball. Tom Cruise was Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. So the movie Jerry Maguire, the sports agency that was in that movie, that's Dave Meltzer.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, so David Meltzer, multimillionaire athlete. He was a baseball player, you know, in his younger days and everything. So he's one of my mentors. I'm a part of his inner circle and his mastermind. I got to talk to him today. And one of his biggest things that he talks about is just do it. Do it now. If you can do something now, do the damn thing now. Stop putting things off. Stop procrastinating. Stop wasting time and do it now. And it's all tied to a must. When you must, guess what will happen? You will do it now. You will have the purpose, the motivation, the direction to do those things now. Anything can happen now. But you know what?
I'm going to jump on that. I'm going to piggyback on that real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
You're right. We never live in the now. Most people live in depression or live in anxiety. Okay?
Yep.
Depression comes from the past. You're depressed about something that happened to you. Anxiety comes from being anxious about an uncertain future. So you're stuck in the past, you're depressed, and then you're anxious about the future that hasn't even freaking come yet.
Yep.
But the beauty is right in the middle. It's really
stressing. You're stressing about stuff that hasn't even happened yet.
Or already happened. You can't control none of it.
You know, so I got a term for that, and I call it catastrophizing. People catastrophize. They over-dramatize those things that have happened in the past and things that haven't even happened yet to where they limit their own selves, their own mindset. They put that lid on the opportunities and the possibilities without ever really knowing what they are because they catastrophize what hasn't even happened yet. It's mind-numbing to think. You don't know what's going to happen. How do you know? If I was to walk outside of my house right now, I don't know what could happen. I could slip and fall on my front steps and bust my ass. I don't know. I'm not going to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, catastrophize it. I'm not going to overthink it. So I just want to give a quick shout out here. Yuko, thank you for joining me here tonight. David, I see you, brother. Thank you for joining me here tonight as well, too.
Yeah, shout out. A couple of my clients are on here. Shout out to Toya. Shout out to Jen. Beautiful women, intelligent women who, those two women who are on here are honestly women who have gotten the best results for working with me because they listened.
Mm-hmm.
They listened, they were motivated, they wanted more. You know what I mean? That's all I'm telling you. I'm a little hesitant to say this, but weight loss is predictable.
Mm.
When someone
Okay.
signs up with me, I know if they're going to lose weight or not.
Mm.
It's predictable. The same way
Mm-hmm.
success is predictable. It is. And once you realize that, it'll change your life. Life is really predictable. You just have to know what you want, number one. And then you have to go to the right people in order to find out how. Success leaves clues.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I want you to go in on is mentorship. For whatever reason, we get older. I'm 32. You're almost 50.
Mm-hmm.
At 32, I have multiple mentors, and they're not all living.
Mm.
At 50, you have multiple mentors, and I'm pretty sure a lot of your mentors aren't even living as well.
A lot of them are not, no.
But mentorship is literally the key to life. When it comes to the reason I can train people the way I do is because I study from people who were much smarter than me.
Mm.
The reason you're able to expand your business the way you have is because you've studied under people and are still studying under people who are much smarter than you. Don't be scared to ask for help. Shameless plug here for personal trainers, but let's be honest. If you're going to get into stocks, you're not going to take advice from an Instagram clip. You're not going to take advice from YouTube. You're going to go find a stockbroker.
Mm-hmm.
And this is money. What I do is your life, your health. So stop following people on Instagram thinking that they're going to give you life-changing advice. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
Stop going on YouTube thinking or magazine. Go to somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. The same way you wouldn't trust your money with some random person. I'm going to talk about mentorship real quick. I'm going to grab my charger, my phone by the day.
Okay. So what he's talking about right there is trust. If you want to build a life, build a business and everything, you have to make sure that you have that trust, because there's people out there that will take advantage of you. What he's talking about with the stocks, everything. So I have some investing knowledge and experience as well too. And there's a lot of noise that is happening out there, to include things like meme stocks and all these YouTube things and this, that, and the other. So there's two ways of looking at investing. You got trading and you got investing. When you trade, okay, that's what it is. You're trading that money, hoping that, okay, you're going to basically invest, you're going to invest low, or, get in there low, trade high, and hopefully make some money in this, that, and the other. Then you got investing, which is long term. All right. And the reason why I want to say that is because a lot of these people that are out there doing all this Insta money, this Insta rich, this Insta investing, and this, that, and the other, it's all bent around things that they are invested in. And when they share those videos, those things, it's called a pump and dump. Okay. And when you do a pump and dump, what they're doing is that they're already at the top. They already have money that's invested. And when they motivate and inspire others to get in on that action, it's a pump and dump. They are going to get richer because people out here that are just now hearing about things, like crypto, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and all this stuff that's happening out there right now, everybody's getting excited because, I want to join the movement. I'm going to pump. Well, you got people that are going to dump as well too. All right. Now, I'm not saying that everybody can or cannot make money through investing, but be careful, be mindful, because all the information that you hear out there on the internet, most of it is not really true. It may sound exciting, but I guarantee you that there's a little bit of truth behind it. And then there's also a little bit of what people want you to believe behind it as well too. Do your homework. Make sure that you study up what it is that you're putting your money in. You work your butt off for that money. You work your tail in for that money. And if you want to waste it, then go ahead and put it out there on anything. Before I invest in anything, before I put anything, I do my homework. I check up on the company. I look at what they're doing. Who are they involved with? Are they making any big money moves happening? Are they partnering with people? There's a lot that goes into it when it comes to investing, okay? Because you can't just say, oh, well, I'm just going to invest in Doge because, Wall Street Bet said so. You can't do that. You got to make an intentional decision. But before you can make that intentional decision, you must do your homework. And that's with anything in life that you do. You must do your homework, do your research. And then at the end of that research, the decision, guess what? That's the easy part. You've already done your homework. All right, back to you, Dom.
Yeah, no. You're right. You're right. I love Bitcoin. I love Dogecoin. I love all the other coins. But guess
So do
what?
I.
I don't know shit about them, so they ain't getting a dime of my money until I can spend at least 3 months. At least 3 months digging into crates, learning everything I can about it. Then I'll invest into it. And I don't want to turn this into an investment seminar, but honestly, I mean, even Warren Buffett talks about it. The best investment you can make is stuff you know about, stuff you use every day.
Well,
you know,
the best
I have
investment that you can make is in yourself.
yeah. And who do you know more than anybody else? Yourself, right? Mm-hmm. But we gotta wrap this up in about 5 minutes. I got a client called Terry coming in, so I don't know how you want to close this out.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, but I know Sunday. So speaking about fitness and everything, so Sunday is going to be 100% absolutely amazing. Sunday, I get to talk to International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness, Mr. Olympia competitor, Jason Brown.
Okay.
I love it, man. So Jason Brown is an IFBB, International Federation of Bodybuilding Fitness, and Mr. Olympia competitor. Mm-hmm. He went and competed this last year, and he's a really good friend of mine. And stay tuned for that, because this Sunday we're going to do an Instagram Live with Jason Brown, and we're going to talk more about bodybuilding and fitness and Mr. Olympia competition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to him about how he mentally and physically prepared to go and compete at the Mr. Olympia. It's going to be a great conversation. So everybody that was here tonight watching us, I'm telling you, join me on Sunday. If you haven't followed, so before we go to that, if you haven't subscribed or you haven't followed me, make sure you tap on that and follow me, because this Sunday we are going to talk to International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness and Mr. Olympia competitor, Jason Brown. Amazing. It's going to be a great conversation.
Yeah, I'm going to tune into that. I'm curious. I'm obviously, I love fitness in general. And I would love for him to tell people that the shit that bodybuilders do, about 70% of that is stuff that the regular person should not do. Yeah. At all. There's a difference.
Beast mode. I'm telling you, so I'm also friends with the Labrada family as well, too. Hunter Labrada, Lee Labrada.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm good friends with the Labrada family. And the thing is Hunter, I'm telling you, if you watch Hunter, man, that dude's a beast. He'll lift the entire freaking gym plus 2 or 3 dudes. And that guy is an animal. I've watched him working out, and he's not a tall dude. I'm actually taller than he is, but he's, man, the dude's built like a brick shithouse. So man, he's wide. He's a really wide dude. So I'm thoroughly excited. So Dominic, brother, I know you got to go on another call. So let's kind of close this out with a golden nugget. If you had one golden nugget that you could share with everybody that's out there watching tonight, what would that be?
Find a problem to solve.
Amazing.
If people ask me all the time, how do I find my purpose? It's really simple. Find a problem that you want to solve. There is something right now that bothers you. Very, very bad. Whether it's homelessness, whether it's child obesity, whatever the case may be, there's something that bothers you that you have had an idea for your entire life. Every problem is a business. Every single problem. And a lot of times, you can create a problem and create a business for it. It's really that simple. We didn't need iPhones. We didn't need Instagram. We didn't need social media. But people can't live without it. So what is it? Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg did was they created a problem and then gave you the solution. So if you want to be successful in life, you want to build a business, just find a problem and solve it. And get really good at it. Really, really good at it. But you can only get good at something you actually care about. I care about fitness so much that I went and got multiple certifications for it. I kept researching how to solve this problem. And now I'm on my way to being a millionaire because I got good at solving a problem. It's really that simple. Every business is a problem. If you want to find your purpose, find a problem that you want to solve in somebody else's life, and people will pay you for it.
I love it, Dominic. Brother, thank you for sharing. Thanks for your mindset. Man, I love you, man. I really do.
Same here. I love you too, brother.
Like I said, every time I talk to you, I always leave a little bit smarter, a little bit more excited, a little bit more ready to take action.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take your energy that you gave me here tonight, and I'm going to go make some magic happen. Because remember, what you give energy to gains strength. What you give energy to gains strength. I'm going to say that again because it's very important. And also what you focus on gains clarity. Here's what I want each and every one of you to do. I want each and every one of you to get crystal clear on what it is that you want to solve, what it is that you want to achieve. And if you write that down and take action on that every single day, I guarantee you that you will achieve results. No matter how big or small, no matter how positive or negative, you have within you exactly what it takes to achieve your dreams. But you must be willing to dream. But more importantly, take bigger action. Dream big, but take bigger action. You know, if you want to achieve success, you really have to take action. And like what Dominic said right there, reasons are the world's biggest problems, but they also build a bridge to the world's best solutions. Go out there and be a solution, because there are definitely lots of problems in the world. Dominic, brother, thank you for joining me here tonight. I'll see you next time, brother.
All right, brother. Be in touch, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, out.
All right, so that was Dominic Gordon. He is a fitness trainer. He is known as the weight loss coach. So I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me here tonight. So make sure that you get connected with Dominic Gordon there. He's known as the weight loss coach, and he's teaching you the zero cardio and no diet way to permanent weight loss. And you can sign up for a free call with him over at getliftedcoaching.com. Make sure that you're following Dominic. Get over there to getliftedcoaching.com. Sign up for a free call and see exactly how he can help you, because I guarantee you he can help you. He's helped me. He's a really good friend of mine, a great mentor of mine. I'm telling you, I literally used to walk into his office anytime and every time that I needed a little bit of purpose, a little bit of motivation, a little bit of direction. He was able to help me solve those problems. He was able to give me that advice, that golden nugget, that little push, that little nudge that I needed in order to say, you know what? I didn't think of that. You know what? You're right. I do have what it takes to go out there and achieve success. But the thing is that sometimes you need that little outside perspective in order to see the things that you don't see. Because each and every day we are trying to do things and we have those blinders on, and all that we can see is what is within our sight. And we don't see what's beyond that left and that right limit. And it confuses us. And we really don't believe what is possible until we are able to lower those blinders and see what is outside of those blinders. There's more things out there possible for than you can possibly imagine. But let me ask you this. Do you see the possibilities? Do you see them? You have to be looking. Here's the deal. In the last year and a half, the world shut down. And it's very tragic that a lot of things have happened. We've all experienced loss, whether it's the loss of a loved one, a loss of a job, a loss of whatever the case may be. We've all had our own experiences, you know, and a lot of doors closed during that time. But I'm here to tell you, doors may close, but doors can also open only if you're willing to look inside. If you believe in yourself and you take action every single day, you too can go out there and achieve massive amounts of success if you're willing to look inside and take action. All right. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me here tonight from the bottom of my heart. If nobody told you today, I'm going to tell you, I love you. I love each and every one of you for hanging out with me and my good friend Dominic tonight. Hopefully that we shared something here with you tonight that allowed you to learn. Hopefully we shared something here that allowed you to grow, to develop, to see things just a little bit differently. That each and every one of us is possible to achieve our dreams when we're able to look outside of ourselves.